Happy Sunday, everyone. Today is Sunday, January the 3rd. Liturgically, we celebrate the Epiphany today. And you all know what the Epiphany is, right? It's when the Magi came to visit the Christ child. It's those wonderful kings of their own nation traveling to respect the king, this king of Israel. Isn't that beautiful? Just to show respect to a fellow king. But he was more than just a fellow king, wasn't he? Jesus is more than just a fellow king. He is different from they are in many respects. In many respects. He's God. He is their God. And they're coming to show respect. So they come from really different areas. They're not coming from the same area. And you know what? I have to tell you something. We do not know if there were 3. We definitely know there was a minimum of 3. But I'm going to just throw this out to you. There could have been 10. Why do we have 3? Because we know there were 3 types of gifts. There were gold, frankincense, and myrrh. We know that. Now, you could say, well, there could have been like 5 offering gold, 5 offering frankincense, 5 offering myrrh. But because there's 3 gifts, 3 types of gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh, we always traditionally, and it makes sense, I guess, all right, put a king for each of the gifts. But that doesn't mean there were only 3 kings. So they came. And I'm going to just throw this out to you. Father Bellopede, I'm not the Pope, but I believe there were more than 3 kings. That's my theological and pastoral sense. There were more than 3 individuals. There were more than that. There might have been just 3 types of gifts, but let me just tell you, there were more carrying those gifts and coming to show allegiance to the newborn king. Absolutely. The Magi, they followed the star, didn't they? To find out where the child was. Because Bethlehem, it was so chaotic, it was so crazy, but we know they came later, right? Because they had to travel. They had to travel. It wasn't the same day. That's why Epiphany Sunday is called Little Christmas. Now, we're celebrating it this weekend. I know that. But traditionally, it is what? January 6th. That's right. It's January 6th. Why did the church put it on this weekend? Well, the church took that feast of the Epiphany and said the people would gather in larger numbers on the closest Sunday. So let's celebrate it on the closest Sunday. And that's what they did. Now, it's still January 6th, but liturgically it's celebrated this weekend. You understand? That's why we do what we do, so that people can really celebrate it with great solemnity. Listen, I don't open my 3 gifts. I don't open 3 gifts until January 6th. Nope. I leave 3 gifts. So if you did not get a thank you card by now, it's because your gift is still under my tree. Yeah, your gift is still under my tree because I didn't open yours. I leave 3 there and I wait until January 6th. So you guys probably won't get a thank you card until January 10th. Okay, just so that you know that. I didn't forget you at all. I leave it under the tree as a remembrance of this event, of the Epiphany. The gold, the frankincense, and myrrh, that's beautiful. You know what? The gold, because why? He's a king. The frankincense, because he's a priest. Frankincense is incense. You know, you've all seen incense, right? So incense is short for frankincense. So they give him gold because he's a king. Frankincense because he's the priest. He's the priest. Absolutely. And he's also a healer. He gets myrrh. Myrrh, a healer. It also represents, interestingly enough, the church says the myrrh also represents for his burial. It's all about like the healing and the burial. They use myrrh. They use myrrh for that. They use it for healing and burial. So gold, frankincense, and myrrh. King, priest, healer. Don't you love that? I love the explanation of these gifts, of why. And the many, many kings coming to offer gifts. They came. Could you imagine them coming from the east and then on their camels and then just arriving to the place of the birth and then, of course, giving them the gifts? And after they left, they had to flee to Egypt, the Holy Family, because Herod was going to kill the child. And these kings, they went back home by a different way, so as not to be in any kind of war with Herod and his people. They went back a different way. Remember that? They went back a different way. And you know what I want to say to everybody? Once you meet Jesus, you don't go back to your former way. You go back a different way. You go back a different way because of him whom you have met. What a beautiful, beautiful gift this is. The Magi followed the star of faith, brought them to the Christ child, offered their gifts. Again, another presentation. Another presentation. Gold, frankincense, and myrrh, you and I don't have, but we give ourselves. And Christ blesses us with grace. And for that, we don't go back the same way in which we came, because now we're different. We go back by another way. Have a nice day, everybody. Happy Epiphany.